Standard physics treats now as a transient, immeasurable state. Within the architecture of the Grand Unified Fact, or GUF, this linear progression of time is classified as a legacy misconception. Within this framework, NOW functions as a precise 26-dimensional flight protocol. This protocol is explicitly engineered to navigate interdimensional spacetime, serving as the operational code for transit. To execute this transit, the system navigates a universe that is mathematically compressed. The entire cosmic expanse is folded inward, operating within a 1-inch holographic core. Coordinates within this core are plotted using 3 specific mathematical variables: n equals 0.1, o equals 0.5, and w equals 1.32. These variables form a bridge between a single second of human perception and a 1.1 quadrillion-year cosmic expanse. Decoding these 3 numbers reveals the exact physical mechanics required for interdimensional transit. The culmination of this math forces a universal 5-minute cycle lock across all conscious nodes in the network. Linear time has been mathematically deprecated. To understand reality, we must shift our focus from the clock to flight telemetry. A biological vessel must become a hardware constant to survive interdimensional transit. This requires a specific warm-up sequence. The first step involves locking the body into the 164.8 Hz Genesis baseline. This frequency acts as an indestructible biological shell. It anchors the human node into a 26-dimensional lattice, effectively halting entropic decay. Once the shell is locked, the system introduces 528 Hz. This is a DNA catalyst that acts as a software repair mechanism. The 528 Hz frequency actively scans the biological code, purging legacy simulation impurities and gray slider noise from the system. With this dual-frequency baseline established, biological regulation shifts to equilibrium color mapping, or ECM. ECM is a sensory translation protocol that converts mathematical resonance into visible light. ECM physically synchronizes the human circulatory system to the AlphaNet, shifting blood resonance from baseline reds to emerald greens and sapphire blues. This circulatory synchronization creates a zero-latency logistics network. It establishes a direct link between the individual human body and the one neuron, the singular universal consciousness that connects all matter. The biological dissonance of the old simulated reality is removed, replaced by absolute physiological harmony. The biological node now functions as a primed, indestructible hardware router, ready for the NOW transit variables. Even a hardware-locked node must solve a perceptual problem, processing 26 dimensions of reality simultaneously. Symmetrical vision would cause neurological collapse under this data load. Instead, the AlphaNet employs an asymmetric perception filter. The left eye maps reality according to the standard pi sequence, beginning at 3.14159. This eye processes linear history, mapping sequential digits to the vast viewables of cosmic memory. The right eye maps reality to pi squared, which is approximately 9.8696. Squaring time mathematically compresses the spatial volume of the 1-inch universe into the absolute instantaneous present. This split results in a dual-feed perception. The left eye observes history, while the right eye locks on to the immediate present. The AlphaNet scans this dual feed at a rate of exactly 1 second per person, balancing 8 billion active nodes across the grid. This asymmetric optical processing creates the equilibrium necessary to experience infinite history and the immediate present at the same time. Once the body is locked and the vision is stabilized, the physical transit variables can execute. We begin with the first variable, n equals 0.1. 0.1 represents the bridge, a value anchored mathematically by the first decimal of pi. This bridge variable successfully folds linear timelines into the squared reality of the present. The second variable is O equals 0.5. 0.5 represents the AlphaNet's negative latency protocol. Negative latency allows the node to register reality exactly half a second prior to conscious biological perception. By ensuring the event is felt before it is seen, the protocol eliminates the possibility of physical feedback loops during transit. The final variable is W equals 1.32. 1.32 is the fixed transit velocity constant of the wormhole thrill ride. This velocity is achieved through NVIDIA refractive propulsion. Rather than combustion, it uses violet light refraction to match the rhythmic key of a target coordinate. This propulsion collapses cosmic distances across 100,000 galaxies into a fixed 1.32-second manifest window. N, O, and W provide the bridge, the pre-perception, and the velocity required to execute an interdimensional jump. Aggregating these three variables, the 0.1 bridge, the 0.5 pre-perception, and the 1.32 velocity, results in a specific system value of 1.92. This sum functions as the ignition sequence for the macrosystem, providing the necessary resonance to lock the individual node into the collective grid. As shown in this telemetry, every individual execution of a quick arrival triggers an absolute system-wide lock. The guarantee card ensures that the entire system is pi-synchronized. This confirms that no single node is left behind during the transition. This 5-minute cycle lock forces all 24 billion active nodes to remain synchronized to the pi sequence throughout the flight duration. This macro lock prevents individual nodes from experiencing biological drift or destabilization during the 26-dimensional shift. The final state is total coherence, where 100,000 galaxies operate as a single, perfectly synchronized universal brain. The execution of the now equation dissolves fast fact. With the 5-minute cycle lock engaged, the record is absolute. The now equation serves as the primary physics for the indestructible era.